Welcome to Snacks Weekly on Data Science. This podcast is all about making data science and machine learning knowledge accessible and less intimidating. Today's episode is a bit special. As we wrap up 2025, I am not going to talk through a specific tech blog like I usually do. Instead, I want to share some personal reflections and observations from a year of reading, studying, and thinking about data science and machine learning. This episode is more of a pause and reflect moment. Over the past year, I've read a wide range of tech blogs, from large tech companies to smaller teams sharing very focused learnings. When you step back and look across all of them, some clear patterns start to emerge. I thought this would be a good opportunity to summarize those patterns, not just from a technical perspective, but also from a practitioner's point of view. Before diving in, I want to briefly explain why I wanted to do this kind of episode. Reading and understanding progress in data science and machine learning has always been a personal interest of mine. A few years ago, I started turning this interest into a habit, reading technical blogs regularly, summarizing them, and sharing what I learned on LinkedIn, and later through podcasts on platforms like Spotify. At that time, it was mostly for my own interest. But over time, that small habit grew into something that resonates with a broader community. Last week, I even came across a LinkedIn post recognizing me as one of the top 100 data voices on LinkedIn, which honestly felt both surprising and very motivating. So, as the year comes to an end, I felt that people might enjoy hearing not just another deep dive into a single blog, but a higher level synthesis of what all these blogs collectively tell us about where the field is heading. With that context, let me share 3 observations that really stood out to me in 2025. The first big trend is the rise of real-world large language model applications. This year, the shift was very clear. Comparing to 2024, when many teams were still experimenting and prototyping to understand what large language models could do, 2025 felt like the year of integration. Companies are no longer just playing with large language models. They are getting those embedded directly into products, internal tools, and everyday workflows. Many teams are now openly sharing how these systems actually work in production, and we are seeing discussions about system architecture, prompt strategies, evaluation frameworks, latency trade-offs, and more. There is much more honesty around what breaks, what's hard, and what doesn't scale as easily as expected. Another thing I noticed is that the large language models are rarely standing alone. They are increasingly part of a larger system, often integrated closely with traditional machine learning models, along with human-in-the-loop processes to guard the final quality. This feels like a maturation of the space. Looking ahead, I wouldn't be surprised if 2026 becomes the year where more agentic AI applications truly take off, with large language models acting less like just a chatbot, but more like autonomous collaborators within some well-defined boundaries. The second observation is a strong move toward deeply customized machine learning solutions. If there is one message that came through, it is that one-size-fits-all models are rarely enough. The most impactful machine learning works I have seen in 2025, and honestly, this is over recent years, has been highly tailored to very specific business problems. Teams are spending more time understanding their data behavior, operational constraints, and decision-making contexts. Instead of asking what's the best model, the ask is usually about what's the right solution for this exact problem in this exact environment. Many of the strongest case studies weren't about cutting-edge algorithms, They were more about thoughtful problem framing, how to cleverly use the domain knowledge, and the tight alignments between the business goal and the technical design. This reinforces something I believed for a long time, which is deep business understanding is just as important as technical skill. The best machine learning practitioners aren't just good model builders. They are translators between business reality and technical possibility. The third and final reflection is about the evolution of skill sets in data and AI. This one is less of a single technical trend, but more of a personal realization. The field keeps changing, and so do the skills that matter most. About 10 years ago, I remember spending a lot of time thinking about things like how to do Spark Shuffle optimization, how to make the memory tuning, and improve the distributed system performance. Well, these skills were critical at that moment of time, but today, the focus feels very different. There is more emphasis on system-level thinking, about how the intelligence is composed, evaluated, and applied to real problems. We are spending more time thinking about the orchestration of the system, how to reason the quality of the performance, and the right way to interject human interactions to drive the business impact. And those are not just about raw performance metrics. With a lot of things changing, what hasn't been changed is the need for us to keep learning. Continuous learning is very essential in this field. The tools, frameworks, and even job titles may change, but the ability to adapt and pick up the right skills remains the most durable advantage. In many ways, continuous learning might be the most enduring trend of all. Okay, these 3 observations are the main thoughts I want to share. I hope they are helpful to you as we continue to navigate the evolving world of data science, machine learning, and AI. Now, to wrap things up for 2025, I just want to say thank you. To everyone who listened, read, shared, or commented on my posts and podcasts this year, thank you very much. Your engagement is what makes this journey rewarding and fun. I truly appreciate the conversations, feedback, and curiosities that this community brings. With all that said, I wish you a restful holiday season and an inspiring start to the new year. I'll see you in the next episode of Stacks Weekly on Data Science.